Welcome back. Let's get right to Mike Eppel joining us now, who indeed, Mike, you were watching all of everything that was unfolding in Washington and also watching market reaction. Here's what's interesting. What are you seeing?
Well, it was interesting to see that the markets were actually up and at record highs on Wall Street yesterday. Melanie, woke up from the afternoon nap, as many of us do, working the early morning shift, turn on the television, and you see the scenes coming out of Washington. And, my first thought was, oh, well, that's just the culmination of 4 years of everything that's gone on from a political standpoint in the U.S. with all of the lying. It's felt like we've been living in bizarro world all this time for the most part anyway, so why wouldn't that happen, so to speak? But then you look at, okay, I thought, my goodness, the markets are going to be in an absolute tailspin because of this. But the reality is we are going to see a change in power. The Biden administration has a full mandate now to come in and, do a more aggressive stimulus plan, changes for environmental measures, all sorts of things that actually have market implications. And that showed up in what we saw with the Dow Jones up more than 400 points yesterday, led by a company, Caterpillar, for example, heavy equipment manufacturer. What do? They build roads and bridges. That's what their equipment is used for. So you look at it and you go, okay, that does actually make some sense, why the markets were up as much as they were. And we are seeing calm as of this morning worldwide, despite the universal condemnation of what we saw in Washington yesterday afternoon.
Mike, we're also following what's happening with Facebook and Twitter. In the last 4 years, a lot of people said, why not flag certain tweets or silence certain tweets that have false narratives to them. We are now starting to see that, and especially what's happened overnight.
Yeah, they've basically now pulled, Donald Trump's tweets down because they were filled with falsehoods. And this debate, and I'm seeing it ironically on social media, related to the culpability of social media platforms in the spreading of false information. So should they, like you say, have been on this much more forcefully? It's who watches the watchman. That is the old phrase, the gatekeepers of social media. Is it free speech? To what extent? And if you shut down one platform, does it just move to another outlet? From a market standpoint, Twitter's publicly traded, as is Facebook, and they're down this morning. And out of all of this, they're going to face more regulation. You have to expect that. Again, you've got the Biden administration coming in with a pretty clear mandate to look this over. There's going to be congressional hearings on so many levels about everything that's been taking place. And you have to figure that these social media companies and platforms are going to be up for much more scrutiny.
Indeed, they are. Mike, we've run out of time with you, but thank you so much for your insight. As always, enjoy your day.
Thank you.